Alright, so today guys we're going to be detailing this Tesla Model X, and I will say this is the dirtiest Tesla I have been able to find on YouTube anywhere. This thing is nasty. It's got gum on the doors, chocolate smeared everywhere, it's got food and trash all over the floor. This thing needs to be completely cleaned out top to bottom, and then the stuff in the cup holders, I really don't have any idea what the sticky stuff is, but I promise you by the end of this video I'll show you guys how I got this thing completely clean, back to looking like new. And if you are new to this channel, hit that subscribe down below and turn on those notifications. Let's go and get started with this detail. One thing I learned when I was detailing this Tesla, that if you turn the power off and then you're vacuuming and you decide to press the brake pedal, the doors close. And in this instance, I almost lost my very expensive camera. Luckily, I was able to catch it in time, but this does happen at times. I've broken several cameras with doors and wind blowing them around and swinging the door shut. So one thing I love is when you guys comment down below, and for today I want to ask the question for you guys to let me know what is the top 3 car related or car detailing YouTube channels that you love. And for me personally, my number 1 by far is Mad Detailing. He does the nastiest cars on YouTube, plus he's a really good friend of mine. Number 2 is Ammo NYC, because he does the most intricate work and most detail oriented stuff on YouTube, especially when it comes to high-end cars. And then number 3 is Donut Media, because they're just absolutely hilarious. If you've never watched them, definitely check them out, along with the other 2 channels I mentioned. So make sure you guys let me know down in the comments below your top 3 car related or car detailing YouTube channels that you guys watch. Now for this detail, I did not pull the seats out of this Tesla. 1, because they're very intricate. 2, it's electric and there's always electricity, so you can't disconnect the battery. But the seats do move around forward and back quite a bit, and up and down, and these rear ones actually slide quite a bit. So it did allow me to get all access to the carpet, do all my vacuuming. I've never torn a Tesla apart, so I will say for this one, I was a little bit more weary to do it just because the connectors are different. I was actually shocked with some of the pieces being as brittle as they were. The connectors didn't move around, especially the plastic coverings, as much as different manufacturers. So I don't know if this is just a Tesla thing, but I was more weary to do it, so I decided not to. But luckily, as you guys can see with my crevice tool and my vacuum different attachments, I didn't miss any spots. So this car got completely cleaned. And the good news was there wasn't anything spilled along the center console, which is typically what happens. This was not the case, so I was lucky that I didn't have to worry about, shampooing the carpets underneath. One nice thing about Teslas, they are obviously electric, but because they are electric and this one was plugged into the wall charging before, the battery was full, and because it is electric, I was able to run the air conditioner the entire time, and with it being 96 degrees Fahrenheit in Ohio, it was super hot in the garage, no fans blowing, so having the AC running in the car the whole time only drained the battery about 5 to 8%, which was shocking but awesome because it kept everything cool and made it tolerable to kind of work in and out of the vehicle without me having to take multiple breaks, which is sometimes what has to happen, especially when I'm remote working at somebody else's garage.
Think of you when spring comes, like it's something in the air at that time. Don't know why.
Because these carpets were so stained and I also had the ability to bust out the pressure washer and the sun was so hot, these things dried out super quickly. Definitely chose the pressure washing route, and then I had a squeegee that I was able to use, and I typically use a backside of a rake. This squeegee worked really well too with helping to squeege out the excess water, so that way I could hang these to dry and let all that water drip out, so that way by the end of this detail they were completely dry to put back in the car.
Hope she really loves you, 'cause I swear you deserve everything. Wish that I knew that sooner. We got sober, it was over, but I told you I'll do it all over again. At your place over spring break, a heartache, I'll do it all over again. Do it all over again. Tell me a lie, and I'll tell you too. Say that I'm high.
The best thing about rubber floor mats is, one, you can just pressure wash all the dirt off and debris, and then it's easy to dry because there's no obviously any carpet there. So once you pressure wash them, get some all-purpose cleaner, drill brush it, rinse it back off, hang it out to dry, let it sit out in the sun. They dry super quick, and it's definitely a good investment if you don't have them, or you want to protect your carpeted floor mats if you ever want to resell your car, or just to keep it easily, make it easier for you to clean. Now at this point in the video, after working outside on all these floor mats, I'm definitely singing a little bit, which is something I like to do when I'm detailing or listen to podcasts, especially Joe Rogan podcasts. Cranking up the AC was awesome at this point to help keep myself cool, get the rest of this detail done, and working on this nasty center console that had a lot of dirt and grime in it. That definitely needed the detailing brushes and my all-purpose cleaner to get them completely cleaned. Now for these door panels, detailing brushes do help in these grooves, but a lot of this stuff was solidified, so using my steam cleaner to kind of heat up and loosen up and make it more pliable, and then using my detailing brushes that I had sprayed previously and soaked in all-purpose cleaner helps with getting the rest of that residue and all those different things from those cracks removed, and then allow you to wipe it up at the end with a microfiber towel. Now, I'm not sure how many of you have actually ridden in a Tesla or driven one personally. The only one I've actually driven was when the P90D first came out on the Model S, and I will say that they do accelerate like a bat out of heck. They're really cool cars. I do enjoy them, and I think after detailing this one, it's the first Tesla I've ever detailed. It was really cool to kind of get personal with the car, which is what I like about detailing the most. And I think that as a car owner, when you detail your car, you figure out all of the nooks and crannies and all the different things that make it what it is. And every manufacturer does it differently in different ways. And that's kind of the cool part about detailing and being a car owner, to be honest. So, I mean, for the younger people that have never owned cars or people that aren't super big enthusiasts, it's an easy way to kind of just to get to be familiar with your own personal vehicle and what makes it special. And no matter what the type of car is, whether it's a Lamborghini or if it's a Honda Civic or anything super basic or to extreme, there's certain things about them that make them what they are. And it's just part of the fun part about detailing and just being a car owner and being prideful in what you have. And I think that's one thing that people need to realize, that it doesn't matter what car you have, it's how you take care of it, keep it clean, keep it maintained, how you own it. And I think that's just one of the cool things about it being a car owner. Like I said at the beginning of this video, the before and after shots were the best part of this video. I really enjoyed detailing this car, and I was really happy with how it turned out. And you guys didn't see any extraction of the interior carpet because frankly the floor mats did their job and protected it completely. I had to spot treat a couple spots with some carpet cleaner where I just sprayed it on and used my brushes and then wiped it clean, but otherwise than that, everything came out in the vacuuming stage. Everything turned out perfectly on the carpet, and I was really happy with like the plaid striping that I put on the carpet itself, and the owner loved it. They're actually looking at maybe getting a plaid model. I think everybody wishes they could, but I was really happy with how this turned out, and I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Make sure you give this video a thumbs up, comment down below, like I mentioned earlier, your top 3 car related YouTube channels, and then also hit that subscribe button, and I'll see you guys next week.